any Osasuna match no and so intimi emra so initially coach Senka Ronald Araujo and ka Oman rest because Uruguay last game pomo boy or con me ball World Cup qualifiers no Ronald Araujo wa mobi anunti wa travel here from far and a buy I don't think come a player no rest no so Araujo nagasa a manager no say opeso osia kan enne enti team na enne omobe face Osasuna no Ronald Araujo part and next coach ne penkwadia obetimi ayisu no se ko Nigeria the Super Eagles no abono at the form flat and man peke kra World Cup qualifiers no omoto so mako 9 South Africa atitima omo ewo 13 points na Rwanda mpo eba eja Nigeria na no and a former Nigeria player in the Friday Expo. Wakasa at the Nigeria performance no ho. Or say the Nigeria omonya African giants name say the omo ant omonya eagle bi omo ya boake so akra omo ya ntatia because Nigeria mono and so ani e wo form brutal Ronaldo Jr. C-Row Cristiano Ronaldo neba na wodum say akwada no betimi represent 5 nations amai makoma ko num e na akwada no pa obetimi asi akan e de amomo wodum say yewo no e United States of America into by birth obetimi asi akan e de ama US the parents especially ne papa every Portugal enti Ronaldo Jr. betimi abo e de ama Portuguese omo emai no na omo nana Africa Verde Anunti sa country of Africa no Ronaldo Jr. betimi abo edi amomo and omo ye citizens so e was Spain Anunti Spain so another option and now England and I'm say Ronaldo tna ho after 12 years even or 3 years the second spell into and no emmanuel kwan say ono so ebetimi naturalize edi ama England nti akoda Ronaldo Jr. 5 countries way oba eneno anka mu de he na anka obeka se onsi akan emfa emomo Enzo Fernandez Chelsea midfielder obo Emma World Champions Argentina omo aso na Copa American Champions na okwa Atletico Madrid da ne namfo no ma ono bo e national team Julian Alvarez any others no pese omo dada akoda na actually free England Chelsea na oba Spain bebo edema Atletico Madrid enti Enzo Fernandez Chelsea midfielder no ne France our Atletico, our mobile national team, Argentina no ebese omo defe no man free Chelsea about Atletico. Oko England and omo anemo 3 managers say mo bako ebe for England EPL manager of the month match. Na sa 3 coaches no Man United manager Ruben Amorim na Fabian coach and so Emma Brighton and Nuno Espirito Santo coach at the Emma Nottingham Forest. When the 3 managers are Emubako ebefa manager of the month, player of the month so 6 players. Now players no Jean Rickner Bellegarde ono ebo Vantones Anthony Elanga Nottingham Forest Bruno Fernandes Man United Nikola Milenkovic Nottingham Forest Declan Rice Arsenal and Jean Paul Van Herkik Emma Brighton. Women 6 players are Emubako ebefa Premier League player of the month match. Luis Figo, a former Portuguese player, and also boy, Edmar Real Madrid, a boy, Emma Barca. Was sent last year and called to a bano or Ballon d'Or ni moi. Coberto Eddie Ama Rodrigo na eventually obey a winner no Coberto Eddie Ama name this year ka obey vote to Eddie Ama Vinicius Junior. Raul Asensio Real Madrid youngster now was surprised to be and until Madrid a contract till 2031 no. Pepe, a former Real Madrid, any Portugal defender, and all Bono Abaso pass, a lot of quality now all contribute a lot at the Madrid with him. And then Nema Oyeno, Madrid, Ebetimi, Agititis, Ahodopi. Emmanuel Adebayo say, Tamo Nya call, or Nemarino Casa, Nani agent Bibana Manese, Real Madrid airpen, no Busa, Real Madrid no, Emudia Hina airpen because Mequano. England po menyabe mo adenti na Madrid for no permit Madrid no emudi he ana say you only Real Madrid one pe omo ana airpel no na the only kasa so Jose Mourinho say hey ho de na neje pass a big club like Madrid na the biggest coach Jose Mourinho after phone after saa de ne debia ne re enso emfida eno Emmanuel Sheyi Adebayo nsema ono enso edi atujua din aye Hoyson ono bo edema Bournemouth yabeka say Real Madrid any so many clubs so be a epesa kodewe ya obo ema Spain omo national team no na or say Anna na waho apa say the biggest club Real Madrid enya interest on minimum season na we ne focus say or the Bournemouth ebe finish as high as they can into no club level and all concentrate Kobe Manu mabeka sign contract no akwakoye bibi ho enu nti Inter Milan etete chire say omunya na omope clubs awo dropi enya Kobe Manu omo enso pe Amaba United say wo ba no so be Kobe Manu nko not less than 70 million pounds so no sika ope Kobe Manu na ode aba Arsenal show interest Alexander Isak Newcastle player nimu na ekoba se omo enya na omo alternative Hugo Ekitike ono French near obo Emma Stuttgart ono so Arsenal for omo plan B Jadon Sanchez say Chelsea 4% omo etono 25 million pounds obligation on beso omo tono na omo tono because omo gi pass Chelsea enya tono finally ya I'm betting up on more than 25 million pounds no and to Chelsea I imagine says that business no and omobeye Antoine Semenyo say Bournemouth say omo ehun say as a nana ban ho clubs no show interest I be can say almost 70 million pounds atono so I must say Bournemouth say omo extend the contract no na enyo no nko Milos Kekes, so player and so call for Edinachi. Some could have been on by some Western contract for long. Now, Omo Bonum and so Epeja Ecos run upon the can say Jarrell Consa, Ninchi Ghana, Liverpool defender no Newcastle Ebasa Omo Epe, Class Audo Pinana, Omo Epe, and so Liverpool decided say Omo Anton Jarrell Consa and Fa Emma Obi. Because akodano omo edache kese pa hone boda roma call for ekroso some way eso an yegina na EDSC na nyame aduma Monday ye match na boss no enu nti ye camp why ye camp Kessben media ye camp ofusua hotel wato ene na mranche no munyina yi USC prepare
the last match
last match o referee say kwaji trophy dey buy
last match
you will form brutal until wato and then a man wo munyina yi Monday 8 a.m. e wo hwim astrotef no so and a Kessben media ye ne wato ye no mo bonti astrotef no so 8 a.m.
yes stormy ho
Jordan
opa me de 10 ne de ba be sha ase
me be sha ase na o super so game no na wa ho mo loopholes
me ba na Eugene the strategy ni nyina ma me
Eugene no o nso oni ho na ejeka o ho a na ye lose 5 yes first goal pan ya beti ahye
coach wasasa
coach otnasia na ye hye so osoro some instructions ani ye hye me hu bi da
nti eba 8 a.m.
on Monday
Oshim
Kessben media versus Wato
yes Monday mun share ho Monday ye no mo de beta so ho well ye dan ho basima kakra bi ba ye the local stories awdo ni nyina ebeto aso ede amamo
which has surprised Warren Caddy. Man who plays in second division football in Switzerland, in the Challenge League for Stade Lausanne Uchi. Thomas Fontaine, the man who was penalised, the Sochaux man. Third division now, Sochaux. They used to be a Ligue 1 team. So then Jordan Ayew with the free kick once more, slightly further out this time as we head towards the 10-minute mark. Madagascar 0, Ghana 0. In it comes from Ayew, back post, oh yes! Well, they had a dress rehearsal with a free kick a few moments ago, but this time right on the money. And Thomas Partey, who was so good against Chad last Friday, comes up with the goal here that opens the scoring for the Black Stars in this top-of-the-table clash. Well, there aren't many fans in tonight, but those that are here absolutely delighted. It's a brilliant delivery and a great header. Giving Republic word, the game still took place here in Morocco. So they've been able to just stay for the intervening 5 days. Jordan Ayew with the corner kick, good one, and it's a second goal. 8 minutes into the second half and Ghana double their lead. Set piece undoing Madagascar again. Well, out of the blocks fast. Thomas Partey with his second goal of the game. And there's a handful of Ghana fans inside this otherwise empty stadium to cheer. It's a brilliant ball in and a really good rise into the air by the Arsenal man. And Ghana lead by 2-0 in this top-of-the-table clash against the team from the middle of the Indian Ocean. And Corentin Martin, Schindler, no way through there. So back it goes to Jiku. Semenyo.
Well, Mama Kwaba, the back kick of Jumedi, so if it's a extra time Jumedi, so Yatra see the nether good on some but Tony Montana, the man, and some out dono a day about a brasso, the local stories I would dono a day a premo. Yabesha say at the free Parliament House and ne, what Parliament House ho and ne, and not dompre or ye MP. What is some would do the Kotuja say a year budgeter, a year finance minister ebe widi no. Being where a woman I was more located sika a bit me aboa ama empono the various stadium yetimi a maintain and munti I was able modern and yes sika a war a year budget in more a bit me aboa my various stadium yenye sika yetimi a dia maintain yentien somewhere honorable another pre or the two our parliament and ne ewie
dedicated for the maintenance of these sports facilities. We've invested so much into these infrastructure, and it cannot be the case that we leave it as it is until we have a tournament coming before we go in there. Yes, we commend the minister. He intervened on time and ensured that these interventions were executed. But it has to be traditionally done, and it's something we must do to make sure the national assets don't run down. Because I cannot agree more with my senior colleague that yes, we cannot vary the volume, the entire volume of the budget, but we can change positions. We can make some interpositional changes in terms of the allocation. And the chairman and the ranking should take this matter up. We will approve the budget contingent on you following up. Are you listening? Chairman, follow up. I saw you at the Accra Sports Stadium encouraging the Blasters. That's not good enough. Follow up to make sure we get allocation for CAPEX.
Yabo another prayer de atuja na so de tuja parliament so GDA say ni say the budget omo de abano also mo allocate sika de the sports ministry no said be ya various stadium no o metimi maintain ni ye na se koba se ye money sika na various stadium nyina na ejai mane say sa e be ha dwen ye papa o se ni se twentwen so sempo ne bebo tournament na se bebo qualify ye bebo match bi e wo ye stadium ni bi na fi ye ko pesika e de maintain nya dia e betimi aboa Dominic Nitiwool anu so de nanutum wase sports ministry no ya allocate sika de momo omuso hie sika enu ntia wase be bia de sika bia kono ye sesem ye de sika ma de sports ministry no se de bia omuso betimi nye sika kakra na ye facilities ene ye sports ni nyina no wo metimi improve no Dominic Nitiwool.
If you look at the massive infrastructure development because of the All African Games that this particular ministry or the former ministry undertook, they will need a lot of capital injection to be able to keep these facilities well. It is the more reason why the sports minister says that, or sports and recreation minister says that, looking into the future, they want to rehabilitate a number of stadia, including Baba Yara, Cape Coast, New Dubai, and all this. But Mr. Speaker, when I go to page 8 of the report that the chairman presented, there is no capex. There's no capital expenditure. It's zero. It's the reason I want the finance minister to speak to this particular. Well, the finance minister should be the one telling us that. I want the finance minister to speak to this particular issue because sports is so important to all of us. Especially football is so important to all of us. The facilities that they are building, what the man wants to do, what the minister wants to do. You cannot have a situation whereby this minister has nothing for capital expenditure. Zero, nothing. Not even 10 million Ghana cedis for him to be able to use to at least take care of the pitches and especially the astroturfs that are there. I know the National Sports Authority will use their IGF to take care of some of the major ones. But if you want to really go in there to do proper renovation, you need capex. So I want to find out from the Minister for Finance, should speak to this, whether they're going to use the big push to do it, what they're going to do. To have zero, nothing, I don't think it's good. And you are going to have a situation whereby Ghana is almost qualifying for the World Cup, and you need to be able to keep the place, to keep the people moving and make sure that your facilities are kept in good shape. Otherwise, all the new facilities will build. If we don't start looking after them properly, Mr. Speaker, I tell you, in a year or 2 years' time, we are going to have a big problem.
Sama Dominic Nitiwool on so edituja our Parliament House there be I was see timi allocate sika edema the sports ministry no said the beyam ebetimi abo se be go ha ya allocate sika akọ nanso see timi make changes ni yifri o ye pese ko World Cup ni be ye stadium ni nyina no enso aye basa ye facilities ni nyina no enso aye basa o se eba Ghana ha football de obi akoma de akire nti ade be ma football etima koso de enisi etoto na se o se timi ye nyema ebetima ma ye football no enso etima kosro enu nti inkomodie no koso a se da bi awose etimi nye sika edema the sports ministry nti hona no womo e consider se de womo age atum se the sports ministry womo ebomo musika 65,899,456 million Ghana cedis and na omo approve at the ama the sports ministry nti asemo a the speaker of parliament editu jabra womo approve se sika no.
The question is, as many as are in favor of the motion numbered 12 on today's order paper, page 4, say aye. Those against say no. Honourable members, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted, and this House accordingly approves the sum of 65,899,456 Ghana cedis for the services of the Ministry of Sports and Recreation for the year ending 31st December 2025.
Eya de koso our Parliament House and ne Dia and a Via and a Jumedianum, Itimacoso, Obekea for so many years, and ya dear sports ministry, no, Yamo Musica, ya locate budget in Yakaya, ya locate Tisika de Momo, no Mutimidia Juma, but this year, dear, ya locate Tisika de Momo, due to a year even opposition MPs, a year another prayer, or your MPP, and Monokono, or more MP, or say Debbie, or say more Musica, Sanso, and a Dominic Nitiwool, or no opposition MP, or say more Musica, walk up no, and a football dear, here, and unti and I. Omoboro Borosonano, ya ma the sports minister Sika. She said, dear, and yes, Sika be free the National Sports Authority. Ombe Yusu Stadium and Sika Bebanonquano, and Omede Bobo Brass said, dear, Sika Bao 65,899,456 and Unisika, the day ama the sports ministry, no, I approve about a year, make us a parliament and ne a day, and twasom our other stories. Coach Otto Addo. And then some do their tuja. Wakasa for Andre Ayew. Was say Andre Ayew or ya Ghanani and unti opportunity was say Timito and Safreno no be see a kind of my Black Stars. Was a Ghanani be see a kind piano a kind of say a man a kind no be see a kind of my Black Stars. Nemum say dear baby I would do no. The position or players are better and I say dear channel and into bed so better and they are free Andre Dede Ayew. We and some Coach Otto Addo what they atuja.
Andre, yeah, we see. I mean, like I said, the room is, the team is always open. I'm looking, and if we need him, surely we'll call him. At the moment, I see others ahead of him.
I see others ahead of him. And unti oye Ghanani, you better to answer their friend. But to see a idea, Coach Otto Addo say. Ni players are auto inside from no uhu ebi omo buru ni so bebre nti omo to omo safre no kra oba onye bi mbo anase oba obewesi space enu nti eno onto ni sa emfamfre no wasa so kasa wo se free sabre ekodru eye September no obeliku around obehwe na watima select players a wo modemo no awosoro se de bia qualifiers a ye bebo in September ni October no ye betima boy homoden enso ewo.
For me, it's never about local or non-local. It's always about quality. And if you have the quality and you're a local player, you're always invited to join the national team. So I will keep on looking. I'll be traveling around like I did before, around to look for teams in the country. So previously, I've watched Premier League teams almost every team. And then also I've started to watch Division 1, Division 2. So I'm looking all over.
Or say I'm looking all over. Or should be bia up a place. If you sabre, you better have to answer there from. No be see a kind. Edema the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana. What's the next month today? Observation and ebekoso or be bomadian fine ni papa nitichu next month April there. Division 1, Division 2 or fine ni pa when your place you be use for a year Afcon World Cup qualifying matches no.
Yeah, surely we will use the next month to observe the players again and then see that we can get a strong squad together. These games are very, very good in terms of getting more together, getting more understanding among each other and then preparing for our next qualifying games in September.
Coach Otto Addo, a head coach at the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana. When the Krakwano was so team now among for a GDA or team ni papa, but or she 2 games your boy against a year Chad and Madagascar. Yes, she more goals today, 8 goals and she, but still I will see team no team improving. There was some areas.
Surely we had great wins, but there's always room for improvement, and we have some certain areas surely where we can improve. I think and we had a really solid defense, and we also scored a lot of goals. But in between, like the connection have to be much stronger because especially the second game against Mali will be very, very tough. But if we continue like that, I think we will be successful.
The head coach of the senior national team, Coach Otto Addo, were there at Tuja. Weekend the MTN FA Cup matches Salvador Ebebaso. Sika Womiji gate in 100 Ghana cedis VIP no VVIP ne 100 Ghana cedis, VIP upper ne 50 Ghana cedis, VIP lower ne 30 Ghana cedis, VIP wings no 20 Ghana cedis. Ahead of Kumasi Asante Kotoko game wa wamoni true democracy ebebo. Kumasi Asante Kotoko supporters are complaining to the IMC. So me GDS refia ya appointed no. So me di game no. Match bio bedi Kotoko match biano e the problem ba. Referee Maswo Hansen. Ese Kumasi Asante Kotoko aye flyer se oye the executioner. Wamu GDS referee die nyadia obedi Kotoko game wa. Asumdue eba de bi obedi Kotoko game biano or the problem ba woma complain e the management no IMC no enso you complain e the Koma Ghana Football Association GF no asema mo de to Kotoko enim se omani referee Maswo Hansen akasa inte say the Maswo Hansen enya dia problem bia ebeba eno eye nkomodi akoso abra Kumasi Asante Kotoko womo ene eye Ghana Football Association edi nkomom edefa eye Maswo Hansen so mo game biom be bobiano se ba pe be gina mfimfia aya na e the problem enso eba ye papa enunti na womo e de complain akọ Daniel Bonfa oye former player de Kumasi Asante Kotoko se Kumasi Asante Kotoko league also mo je na mo to so call Africa because Kotoko de Africa de honey baby I was say mo target all the time.
Last me catch on Kotoko, call Africa, and Africa, young say, call Asamba, call Miako, Akopana.
Wow. See, league, we are very sure, say, they can call Kotoko bit magic.
My supporters, the more be a emotional. League the place now more on the coaches and so it's a team league.
Former player Edema Kotoko Ninsemo wadi atuya no say Kumasi Asante Kotoko you team no ebeboa or say a very good say you team no club bia betime nya bi na Kotoko enye bia o ma register mo no musia kan e wo third division ne mo.
We are playing for mostly no youth teams no and yes strong sir but so we decided say on be more for some third division na keep players no the number fit into the senior team as in papa and I think say obi a this are bring about team no I say Bonabas.
Bonfa a former player de Kumasi Asante Kotoko and this same way a day atuja acting registry of the Ghana Psychologists Council and a plaque on the same atuja was a sabre umbe ye papa say various national teams in no obia benya psychologists or say this so from the national teams no eba club levels ni nyina no o say timinya psychologists a wo metimi aye players no ho adwuma na rahosam ne say o say oba Ghana ha University of Ghana anya dia okowa o metimi training psychologists for enso oko UCC so a e ade e problem enso enunti e wo say timinya school so a obekọ ne timi training no be psychologists o say team bia psychologists wo mu a eboa ema team no modern no enso ekosro yanko the Black Queens of Ghana Black Queens prepare for the AFCON remember no intiman qualify Black Stars intiman qualify but the Black Queens intiman qualify for the AFCON and I must say Ghana Football Association organizing friendly match at the moment omene Senegal and the female national team no and the ball and Kofa Kensi we a game GF no intiman organizing at the Black Queens of Ghana in order so intiman prepare for the African Cup of Nations Enchebiano eba bekoso. Ya follow local stories no ensia. Se Franco Naro atanase sanso and na Awal Mohammed Hudu and so atanase. Naro akwaba doctor akwaba mojidi so.
Oh nyame adom ohene ba bibia e fine. So so here.
Nyame adom we pa professor. Yes bibia e cool.
Hudu.
Pacho.
Hudu.
Oh pacho. Now. Bibia be kebia no so e.
Oh yeah, you better than Komona Hausa. Na mini ni mino. Hausa nkwani eka. Thursday nyumre. Yeah, mini Hudu. You better than Kasa na ko Hausa.
Oh Hausa biasa.
You have no idea what you are talking about.
Oh, doctor. Oh,
it's been come up for about 10 minutes.
Hey, 10 minutes.
You have no idea what you are talking about.
Oh, okay. Doc.
Kwame. Omisha si mfiri mrashe bedwemai. Obeka ye nche na Ghana, your photo sample, you are at 2,000. Sanahini. Okay. Wow.
What you?
Photo sample, treasurer.
Treasure.
We are finance minister.
Nti Sanahini. Nia isika ni nyina no. Odano. Na afia yebesimi ehu akontabuo yetwitwa sika mu no de omutwa de say yemfa mo sports ho bra no. Eno na onse omo ya budget ni wi a omo de call parliament. Na parliament normally omo de ma the subcommittees. Na subcommittees no nso adi kan akodi nkomo ayi omo hwe mu ni ade na afia omo de aba floor no. Na nkomudie ni nkitahudi omudi no omugidi se sika a yetwa se yede bebo ye sports no bra no omususu se wo fom enti sports wa ko homa sika ne yemtum eno na omo pagem e dey call about 65,899,450 Ghana cedis na eya sempa asebe so anasenso no but me pese me picking sem no omugina so kekan no utie Honorable Dominic Nitiwol Osachres sports not here. Now we own him Dominic Nitiwol, at least for some of us we've been close. I remember I'm schoolmate.
Oh yeah.
University of Education whenever.
Okay.
Yeah, we're sharing the same JCL. Until Banas ye debate on sports, politics and all that. He was so vociferous.
Wow.
Yes, no leading me 1 year. But JCL, my argument in a debate in Timpempi, now Honorable Dominic Nitiwol, a former Minister of Defense.
Yeah.
And Ananado Danko Ekufuado. Until MP for Bimbila constituency. He went to Parliament at a very young age. Into the passion with which he's speaking about sports, no, Obeti Asie. Kwame, and some of them about quite Toma Kuma so say, am I in chain? Emma can see a bee beba. A feni a prepare who say you could see our go pramanoso. Look, me know tia ye can say. Babayara a free calf for list and so approved list. A free zoo. But I had there Ghana, Ubibaji League. I had there Ubibaji FA Cup. Into somewhere this year. Africa bebaso. Metia somewhere against September. Metia Madriam say Asante Kotokubenya one of the slots for Africa. Either the league or the FA Cup or both. So at least potentially Kotoko can make it to Africa. And to say na ye March ma yewura April. Now Africa ne be 4 months away. It's a be a matter of agency now. Se hu be hia say stadium ni ebe yensie bia ya hwene yaye intentem ebi aye ka say o ma ba be inspection o ma contact CAF we ni na eni ho enu nti na free reader so enti ye be ne den a dressing room they can still even close part of the dressing room work the whilst league games are still going on. If it is washroom, it is possible part of it could be closed down. Whilst work is in progress, they still play the league. It's a matter of planning. Say scoreboard, your scoreboard in your mianim ni penim. Sa scoreboard na ya near to be bidia beshimno. I see a time in your near to near placing with modern scoreboard. So Ghana, ya nyakwa kwa share about force. So scoreboard, your scoreboard nesi honum a che enyini. We I think somewhere 2007 ahead of 2008. Where should I not be or Hannibal Guno?
Yes. Just changes kick to a we are check.
I yet today. Young man scoreboard the bit me ye a year as a playbacks.
Digital ones.
Digital scoreboard. That's what we're looking at. CSA, Black Stars in Kunim Demi no for the past few days. The Parliament House has spent precious time and energy on sports. Ghana phobe breniaji. Look, season ya yiri ahuka krebia. Ghanaian football clubs will sell players at a good cost. Nedu bebe ebesa ma abai no kra no na soma dwono no ma yo madwuma won chenchen. It is the unifying force. So send a team spend the sika on our entertainment, you know. Even if we are not looking at the business aspect of sports, we should look at the entertainment aspect, the kind of happiness. Stress a free ni pebiso. Now you spend the good money over there. I'm saying once again, say the Etifiadri, Kwame Nkrumah Ghana, bench keke, I see stadium players ni coaches better na so. Dugout. Ba kupena waha. Enti si ehia bi o Cape Coast ani e de duru ho. Ye hia wa kra na ya stama to kwabra ne kon ne de akosi ka kidigidi wo ko hin wo se me kon kan. Ade ho na match wo. Blasters e boni e de ko. Enti sa no match wo ha se ya na adoma akwa. De tete so wa yi ase ne de akosi so na Dr. Ogum motete so. Ayare husem
21st century.
Huh? Na Jesus Christ. Yakosi sasa yi ase nkonwa yi abesisi tokoronum so montra so adenti ade wo ha ne yatam de konkran. And as we speak, we will wait till a month or so, say game be beba. That is when you be pretended to be serious. So the Parliament House have done well. Sikana ye try for sports no so ba pejem. Me says ka we krama game say so. But hey, I don't know way different things. You should inspect them if indeed there is a, especially Baba Yara. Yeah. We should have 2 stadia, at least 2 or 3 are here on approved list of CAF. So what you say?
But since can approve them as sports minister, that's a sports and cup and football.
And football
but Dominic to ne and no don't break us now. I'm making emphasis on football. Why?
Omo parliamentarians, omo debate, and you chroma the passion of the nation is football. And no tonsum. Say no tonsum a day na sabi other sports ubeka. What I say? Says football na nkasa say the passion of the nation. I nipa be bredi actually no. Say no jiagua. Uko ka tennis once ma ho na betiu. Huh? Uko ka aday na ho na betiu. Enti esa no ye say man ye first. We can still look at the rest. Boxing, we have to look at it. But I'm saying say omunye ntentem te say baba ya attitude. Say contract no must fees o mo de bemu. Send the contract ma de nyo mo din. Omunyantem fama na contractor no emo strategic plan where the place could still be used whilst it's being prepared for international games. Nyasi abomienu awiehwe Accra Sports Stadium abomienu awie is as vote returning. So mo return here e den e be ya enkoduru September na any problem. Kwame, these are matters of importance. I'm happy the kind of attention and the passion with which these politicians are speaking about our sports. But does it end there? They would have to push it. And said Brano Muji update from the sector minister, Minister for Sports and Recreation, Honorable Kofi Adams. Very important. I mean, if you want them, I'm going to be about Andre you know, omunya Otto Addo how. Sometimes ya hard drain do. Bibia de di pefe say Andre Ayew any Otto Addo plans. It is proven beyond reasonable doubt that the man doesn't need him. And even when he was dropping him, now Andre was playing better than now. Now Andre was getting playing time than now. But Andre is not getting the playing time. He's not getting younger. And national team, their positions, look, the moment away a sahini, Naya catchers say dear. And you know your story say substantively, the arrangement to my end say Jordan Ayew is now the substantive captain of Black Stars. Thomas Tepate is the first deputy. Second deputy is Kudus Muhammad, Starboy. And the fourth is Juku. Who confirmed the days of my day? Omesa me captain and answer, Omesa me part of the team and answer day. Besides that, look, if you want to even be, say, oh, Shep Park and so the day minimum no. Obetima bo number 8, Obetima bo number 9, Obetima bo number 10. Sometimes Obetima the nako number 7. Now look at the players in these positions. If the day now is better than them, and based on positions here, you are talking about competitors like Thomas Tepati, you are talking about Kudus Mohammed, you are talking about Ernest Nyama, you are talking about Kamal Dean, you're talking about Semenyo, you are talking about Inaki Williams, you are talking about Onuaninua, Jordan Ayew. And currently, all these guys are far better than him. And why are people worrying Otto Addo on the day Ayew? Me feel say Dede. Honorably, Okachre Ghana for say we retire from national team. Na ye more ceremonial match e be hye na nimunyam ye emfama no. Ghana footballers ankasa no, omo retire free national team na ye omo ya sa akekedru. Nti omo de ye die sa ma GFA na ministry no, and to me more proper ceremonial match mo. Because no dey no ho no, we announce so I retire, we dey ko ceremonial match. So from Abedi Pele in 1998, after Burkina Faso, we also retired. Then they handed over to CK Akono. CK Akono is stripping the captainship under a bizarre circumstances. And the captain come out for. Also, new Akono Kasa German and Akono say on your way because of that or turning it down. Then it did him a could Stephen Apia. Apia retired on person be retired. Yeah. As a more retirement, on them for Kuntokasa.
Tinta.
Imode. Kwame more than the chinyeni. Na juma we are some fans crowd the Ujaya ne how. For baby Capito. Captain Fantastic. Capito. I feel question them be a man fans. In tear hard but sanet Abrabono bibia won emre. Yes. At a point in time. Emre ninka so awal. Uti tracing you bia. Emre ninka so hudu. So in 2010, when Stephen Apia Togu Social Blaster number 10 jersey, everybody said Tornado, Charlie, you are done. Yeah. Hand over the mantle to the then Andre Ayew, who was on form. Number boy number 10. And the Debo Bonier, he's the all-time top scorer for Ghana at the AFCON. Andre. That he will be celebrated properly. But no he captained our U20 team to win World Cup.
Unprecedented.
It had not happened at that time in Africa. So Andre has served this country with passion, dedication, and commitment. But I did watch at Biano Kwame. We are
one quotation book Quran. So kullu man alayha fan. Anyone who can be a wash as be on a Kuluman Aleha fan.
Andre is done. Kakrana can offer more club football, no any Kakramra. What I say?
So better players than him on the position.
At the moment.
So better players. It's a city. The Otto Addo Akedia said. We're closing.
The good thing.
We're closing is the good thing. And you honestly, new captain. They said you have been so captain.
Yeah, Blaster and they had done in a bush. You are JBTS, new TSC. To say the
Busia. Papa captain. The mom, you know, captain. Wow.
They are captaining in succession.
Yes.
We and Wajid Yamawi. What is it? And Kababi and Kapatena the assistant. But after GFF won't call around, it could deal more any players in the Kokasa, as I could consult the oracles. And you mum from ye be period of the Beboa. And as a captain, you feed the in Famoniano. And the Beboa. No, my answer. The Ghana for most episodes to Addo the captain, who question himself, I know himself.
A switcher.
A 20. They don't support Ninuano. Na Ninuano so nyebi. So, nano me who Jordan our pass uncle you didn't say goodity. When I'm saying, wow.
Just a responsibility,
guys. Yeah, is serious because Jordan can. Bonus say I know what you need cannot to another about that.
And then just say World Cup qualify. That's the difference. That's the difference between World Cup qualify and they AFCON qualify.
Kwame, my last one. The executioner flyer.
But now we had you.
Yeah.
That's why I said the people could complain or do game. Why? There are a lot of referees, so why would the GV still appoint him?
Nah, when they appointing referees with
GV, a referees committee. Why would they still appoint the
Christian Zigana?
mintia say
one ni
referee ko to complain ma referee ko die match no e free so
no say ebre na yiwum no any good for this kind of experiment.
Yeah.
Ebre na yiwum no any good for this kind of experiment. Say bobo ko bi anisa referee bi na referee bi anisa no anomu mi no ntam nwa sometimes umumu na nko atwene pii no ahwe say ebeyi ya na but yenya experiment no at this material time until they could have given them a different referee instead of now sometimes them say na omo nhyeda nko archives no enhwa abakọ se me the referee bi nitim bi ntam we yo makọ eyi abetu one ebi papa no ordinary fine e ba be di match no nanso samfunso bi koba pe e be ka se kan onokwano no waye na ade ni biem
isu bia na mfunso
ebi so na a genuine mistake. Now it will also put Maswa Hansen under undue pressure. One way in his attempt to prove them wrong, he will end up committing more mistakes than maybe usual in Kobeba Beyeno. Minim de Omobeka. Daniel Bonfa. Otiemi Aminim said the Edremika and go share me, you may see more than this. You may see more than this.
Who did change say?
Say maybe omudi jumani ma penyi bi obi United na wo free bia bakotokono penyi no e madam funti yene ya ne hwe ne ye na penyi no pressure bia for man pressure na dubia ni share na num nyina atwetwe na yes kena ana I say that was pressure bia for pressure that above for hwe na nim was you may see more than this unimbie ti bofa. What I loved about him was his first touch. But if he first control, you love it. Or say Obokotoko for Penny for Abaso for the youth team. Any Adrian Church or Mudio third division, I think it's good. And the idea is very good. I'm hoping say third division will promotion about second division. A Honda will be competitive. Because Udu or third division is not enough to be considered, say, and 2 years senior team in but say, who was second division, dear, a hot dear, Utimi SLA, at least it's more potential, you know. So, we be me senior side, no baba, the Maminje Momana.
Prof, Mickey, yes, your economics, now, you share one topic, be a free topic, no public finance. Now, under topic, no, na, ye, adibia, for the budgeting. Ehona obenwo recurrent expenditure and capital expenditure. Miki say ye recurrent expenditure. Enu chese ka debia government ebebo. It can come daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, half yearly or yearly, depending on how government is going to trade with the expenses. By capital expenditure, enu ebia adwumaso government bedi ebia fiwe government ekosi bridge waha. Nemu binum na sports infrastructure no stadium no ibinum capital expenditure and obo tape no honorable Dominic Niti will be take like me for a very very serious power or say budget now there is no allocation for capital expenditure on sporting infrastructure. See there is no allocation or no not just what kind documenting so and no unse Dr. Franco Eddie kind boy you know say our stadium is say shemukina ni maintaining facilities very very well. I made me to the standards en kobani say bia adini be wo hwa na akoye white elephant be 2-3 months to the start of ebia competition bi afeni e prepare hu say ye koye ni ye hwe scoreboard hwe pitch hwe dressing room and all those other facilities and I think say going forward is one thing that government must take a cue from that point very very well. Say ye be make sure say expenditure ye be make sure say be ye on the sporting infrastructure ye maintaining ye na no na me he Cote d'Ivoire ne Gambia Guinea e o foi boy miki ye corner say ya the same say okwa said ya ment hot to say ne course wa last AFCON nanso pani ko heta kwa ye bi September be 5 months later he say ne ani akoye baba ya sports stadium even Lagos sports stadium e bi na say ya ba be host all African games ko he the quality of the pitch no so ati And I think say it's one thing that we must take a very, very good cue from that. Say they be maintaining. And Honorable Anodom Presse budgetary allocation for sports facilities. I'm very happy. The figure no modiabano. Virtually a year quite to say a recurrent expenditure. Not just a capital expenditure be anywhere. Say you bet me sika edia barbe yes stadium near not just a different source. So this is where we must take a cue from that. And also Honorable Anodom Prince who are very, very strict on sports, no. Say ye and Mickey ya kaka yen politicians any omo sharing yen paying for no. One thing na omoni call no ma ebe boy reducing unemployment. Mickey sports na idea I bet me for different avenues in terms of work. And no na even Mary Planch eka sports psychologists, how do we even use them in our country?
Enibi,
I'm for psychology. Who call that various studies? I'm for you. How do we even use them? Graduating. How do we even use them? Tap them. Be a funny say be a club. Be ya share. As a club. Be a psychologist. Apart from that, all the other sporting disciplines, because some more koya, okoya boxing, or here will be our best cycling mentally. No one that strong mentality of the competition no more. Either of the sports be so make sports a huge avenue, So your man paying any more hair no, your money quiet, but reduce unemployment. Papa, adia say even football crowd at employment avenues asaba. Make it first, you know. About 10-15 years ago, near performance analyst. Dog, some years ago, this will say you were data analyst beat the bench. Say be a club, the team, and a mobile match. Player we will cover this distance of kilometers. Player we will team run this type of space. Player we will interception says. Some years ago, near me, and in about employment. Video analyst, among in about. And there are other technical men. Club same kind of nutritionist. Club same. So all these are avenues. So sports can help to reduce unemployment big time. So you know, say Debia kana ya very passionate on that and say yem paying for no mama many call. Make a kit will be on Black Stars from to September. Niema be brit me asisa. Things may change. There may be players baby asema Otto Addo edika can just so or broaden the horizon no. Or be make sure say or be search. And there could be players, obi wa not by this time, na onye hunu, ne modern bo, by that time, no, none modern waba. Ebi so ha, players, bet me make him move. Mene ukasa, there are players, matiti, one of them, likely say, obe make him move. So imagine, omo move in a top league, or competitive. Even say, ye friend, a man for the boy, say, Debia, ye hunu league, we are then a young friend. And all this may change. And this explains to you the reason why even your book qualifies are or more born to be a tournament in Oman Count. Mikaye Kojam in 2006, you test us a more from Pomo, any god in a tram. They played key part, very key part. Qualifies, you know. But Miki Eko come teaching no Mokao. Ibrahim Tanko Munina. So things may change depending on how things are going to pan out. You make sure say maintaining a momentum no. Now by September. Ya clock the qualification, no, not just say 2026 World Cup I secured Mickey.
Well, a penity intimate to a Jumedian subium, yet the extra time Jumediano, Ebesia, Ebesasu Messia China, and a good deal with some watch your microphone. Okay,
Wadaroma, Cardillary, your friend, the Tokis man.
The
Tokis man. Onona ama a K Benzi. Na or a guy, Timaminchiana and Numre. Tokis man.
And the K or Swapiana.
Onona man K Benz.
Or Swapiana, and the red card.
Minim details of the deal.
Red no.
Minim details of the deal. Chat them.
Tokis man.
Do you really mean
to Tokis man?
And then came about 2 minutes ago for more. So that was a Tokis man. Maybe I'll be a chiao. Well, Lady Jumedian is here. Your best answer to Messiah Channel, the kick of Jumediano, Asanso, Abebium.